Hello, I'm back. Today I just wanted to show you guys like my 8 favorite cars that I like to use. This first one I'm using, you can see it's an absolute rocket, is the Fiat 126. It's a Group 2 car. It's 1977, rear-wheel drive, and it's got 55 brake horsepower. So just an absolute monster. You can see its acceleration is wild out of these corners. One of the fastest cars in the game, actually. I've struggled to find something quicker than this. No, I'm just playing, but it's pretty good in the hairpins just because it is such a small car. It turns really well. I don't even think I need to drop down into first on these corners. That's just kind of force of habit from quicker cars. I could probably keep it in second. Now this is the final hairpin here. You can see going uphill. She struggles a little bit. You can see the speed is barely moving. And I'm only able to actually like gain some speed and go up into 4th gear once the hill flattens out. So yeah, not the quickest car. Super fun to drive though because it is rear-wheel drive. It's one of the few rear-wheel drive cars I can actually control. This is the interior view, just to kind of show you what it looks like from the inside. Pretty nice, pretty plain. Here's me coming around the final corner. Took me 4 minutes. This is Côte d'Arros. Abros. I don't know how to say it. It's French. But yeah, fun car. This next car is the Fiat 131 Abarth. It's Group 4. I don't really know how to say the name. The Group 4 car. It's from 1978. It's another rear-wheel drive car, another Fiat, and it's got 215 brake horsepower. This thing is really fun to drive on the tarmac. I don't remember which courses I drove it on, but there was one rally where it was only this car. It was I think it was a test of this car, and it's just super fun to drive. It gets pretty hairy though at top speed. Any small movement on my controller really wants to send it sideways. You can see here just how much I'm fighting with it. Just because it is, you know, powerful rear-wheel drive car. A little crash here. Not super fantastic. Did not have a good recovery. It took me another like 30 seconds here to recover. So pretty slow because it's old and I'm not super great with rear-wheel drive. So you can see I got a 337. Alright, and then this is the Porsche 911 SCRS. It's a Group B car. So I've heard a lot of things about Group B cars. They're crazy, and I can confirm it. They're crazy to drive. This is another older car, 1985. Rear-wheel drive, 290 brake horsepower, so significantly more than the Fiat. Both Fiats, actually. And yeah, you can see this is another one that's hard to control at top speed. It really wants to put the front where the back is whenever you turn. Really fun to drive. I just really struggle to control these cars. As you can see, I'm barely hanging on here, and I've only got like 50% throttle on it too. So this one was a 312. This is the Toyota Celica TCT TA64. It's another Group B car, kind of a mouthful. You can see getting a little squiggly on the start there. This is another 1985 car, rear-wheel drive, significantly more power though, 350 brake horsepower. And you can see it when I'm driving it. Yeah, you can see there, not a clean turn, just significantly harder to control. I haven't really driven this car a whole lot. I liked the Toyota Celica 2000 GT. It's an all-wheel drive car. It's the one I started with, and it's got less horsepower. And that's the one I prefer, but this car is really fun as well. You can see there, did not make it around that corner cleanly. I just absolutely threw it. Cool jump though. Yeah, you can. I just love the sound of this car too. It sounds so nice with the turbo hissing. Goes so nice. You can see there, I'm barely able to control it. And here I already knew my time was terrible, so I just did a little burnout, took a little jump at the end. Very, very nice. Looks very good. And this one was a 5:14. This is the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. This is a Evo X, and it's an R4 car. I like the Evo 9 as well. Evo X, Evo 10, whatever. I like the Evo 9. That's the one I mainly drive, but this one's a little bit better. It has a sequential shift, so it shifts a little better than the H pattern 9 does. It's 2011 all-wheel drive with 299 brake horsepower. So this is the first of the all-wheel drive cars. Much easier to control. You can see I'm not fighting with it as much. Ran over that guy. Fighting with it a little bit just because I'm comfortable in this car. I feel like I can really push it. A little wall tap there. But yeah, that's why I'm taking this one so quick. And 301, significantly better than all the other cars I've driven so far. Very, very nice. This next car is the Citroen Xsara Kit Car. I don't know how to say it. It's Xsara. This is the only front-wheel drive car I have on there. I do not like the front-wheel drive cars, I gotta be honest with you. I just feel slow in them, and maybe it's because my control of the car isn't that good, and I know you're supposed to like let the back end out, and really let them drift. You can e-brake in them really well, or handbrake in them really well. But yeah, I'm not very good in this car. You can see there a little crash. This is 1998 front-wheel drive, 285 brake horsepower, so a little bit less than the Mitsubishi Lancer. I don't know what happened there. Locked up the brakes. I think I was going a little out of control, so I slowed down. But yeah, really fun car to drive. It's a little crazy. It's crazy because the front wheels like to spin in it. I feel like in a front-wheel drive car, I'm not usually doing burnouts off the start line on the tarmac. This one a little bit slower. I'm not super comfortable with it. 308, it's a front-wheel drive. This next car is the VW Polo GTI. It's an R5 car. I'm not super comfy in this one. It's 2018. It's all-wheel drive, 285 brake horsepower, so the same amount as that kit car. But it's all-wheel drive, so it's a little easier to control. It's not my favorite. I honestly don't like this car a whole lot. Yeah, you can see they're using the guardrail, slinging around the corner. There's just something about it that I don't really like. It's fast, that's why I use it whenever I'm in a rally. I'll use it in the R5 group if I have to. It's what I use on the daily stages, actually. That's why I use it so much. But it's not my favorite. You can see, just because it is WRC car, no, it's not WRC, it's GTI R5. Just because it is a more modern car, a little bit easier to control. 301.9, so about the same as the Evo. And then this last one I'm using here is the Toyota Yaris. Now this is my absolute favorite car. I use this for absolutely everything that I can. It's an absolute rocket. The grip is amazing. It's also a 2018 car, all-wheel drive. This one is WRC. It's got 380 brake horsepower, so just an absolute beast in a straight line. And also in corners, it's just, sorry, it's so snappy. But yeah, this thing is phenomenal. And I actually set my fastest lap ever with this car on this track. Because it's definitely the quickest out of all my cars. You can see I'm hitting 160 kilometers an hour like it's nothing. And I'm definitely the most comfortable in this car out of all of them. You can see I'm taking all these corners at pretty high speed. It's also got my tarmac setup on it with the stiff suspension and everything. Sorry, that's my dog. But yeah, I really love this car. Actually, I like all these cars. Some are better than others, in my opinion. But yeah, really, really fun. If you guys have any recommendations for other cars I should use, leave them in the comments. Because yeah, I'm still new to this game. So thanks for watching.